If, where,
Yes.
mm, why,
If, where, why, when, and the principle of all those connectors,
that.
that. This was the connector that was the connector we saw on gossip. My friend told me that, my mom told us that, etc. This connector is very effective for gossiping and for conversation. But sometimes these connectors become a little confusing because there are other types of connectors that I like to call them with a different name. I like to call them, let me show you, into color blue. I like to call them extensions, including the connector that, the connector who, the connector which. And these are color blue for a reason. We are going to contrast color blue connectors or extenders and color yellow extenders because they give information, they provide more information, they are very, very useful for conversation, but they are a little different. So let's build it with two ideas. Let's begin. We are very familiar with where, what, when, and how. So we are going to omit them for a moment. We are going to focus first on the blue ones. These connectors or these extenders work to provide more information about something or someone. I repeat, they provide more information about something or someone. This something or someone is technically the subject of the sentence. We are going to organize it this way. Let's switch this from position and let's organize it this way. Who gives more information about people? Which gives more information about things? And that can replace who and which. And the reason I like to call them extensions is because we literally can make combinations of of um, of two ideas and combine it into only one. Example: Lord Thompson is sorry. Lord Thompson is 76 years old. Idea number two about Lord Thompson. Lord Thompson has just retired. In this case, the subject is a person. Right? if you want to combine these two ideas into one, you can use the extension who and create only one idea. Lord Thompson comma, who is 76 years old, comma, continue with the verb, has just retired. That's it. Lord Thompson, who is 76 years old, has just retired. Please focus and pay attention to the position of the commas. Because in this case, we are using parentical commas. What is a parentical comma? Let me show you. This idea uses commas as parentheses to add more information about Lord Thompson. Do you understand it?
Can you repeat the commas is o sea, I mean, we use commas or yes for no, okay, I think it's okay
To add,
to
to add more information.
Okay. Yes.
Like, for example, we use commas as a parenthesis to include the word, the information about his age. Oh, this is super important. The word who, in this case, is working as a pronoun. And this is a reference. Let me make it here color blue. Remember, pronouns are references to something you mentioned, no, to something or someone you mentioned before. In this case, the word who is a pronoun, is a reference to a previous word. And it's between parentheses because it's like, well, between commas, working as parentheses. They are called parentical commas. Imagine the commas are parentheses, and you would say, Lord Thompson, parentheses, who is 67 years old, no, 76. Close parentheses, has just retired. This is the same example I have in the combination. but this is incorrect. The use of parentheses is incorrect in this idea. You need to use commas. Did I answer your question, brother?
Yes.
Yes, makes sense?
Yes, thank you. Yes.
If you still don't understand, tell me, because this topic is very strange for some people.
No, it's okay.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Jesse and Karen, did you understand this combination?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Yes, I think.
Cool. Let me find other combinations because there are other that are sometimes confusing. Ah, yes. This is super important. Intermediate speaking. Okay, the next part is super important. You know, the standard formula, no? What is the standard formula for all sentences in English? Like, what is necessary in a sentence in English?
Subject, verb, complement.
Nice. It's always subject verb complement, no? So technically, the word who is a subject in quotations. In this case, the person who, because it's a person, is giving a reference to the principal person. So now one person can have two verbs. If you see the idea, you have verb number one, which is the verb is, and verb number two, which is has retired. There are two verbs for one person. Do you understand the use of two verbs?
Yes.
Of course, the verb to be is a verb, so we have to consider it. So let's try to make combinations. Two verbs for only one subject. Let's try, for example, these two ideas. How do you combine this? Lee, Harvey, Oswald is the man. Just like that. Lee Harvey Oswald killed John F. Kennedy. Easy American. Let's go like that. How would you do this combination? Let's do Karen. Combine these two ideas.
Lee Harvey Oswald, who is the American man. Yes.
Continue. I don't know.
Can I see again the first part?
Oh, sure.
Sorry. Thank you. Okay. Lee Harvey Oswald, who is the American man, has no. I don't know. It's also use has. No, not in this case.
Well, no. You don't change the tenses of the verb.
Okay.
This is not gossip.
Lee Harvey Oswald, who is the American man, killed John F. Kennedy.
We have an issue because who is the American man sounds strange. Who is the American man? I think you need to understand first. What's the meaning?
Es un hombre americano.
Un nombre americano no se traduce a the American man. You are confusing the and the article a.
Es el hombre americano.
Exactly.
¿Quién?
Understanding that, check the position of who.
Okay. Lee Harvey Oswald is the American man who killed John F. Kennedy.
That's much better.
Okay.
Makes sense, no?
Yes, teacher.
Comprehension. Lee Harvey Oswald.
And in this case, we don't need commas, right?
Kinda yes. Not parental, but yes, you need. Lee Harvey Oswald
Okay.
is the man. Is the American man.
Who?
Oh, no, yes. In this case, you don't need commas. You are correct. Who? You? John F. Kennedy. You are correct. In this case, we don't need commas. Only when the information is not affecting the principal person, the principal idea, sorry. If the principal idea is affected, you use commas. If the principal idea is not affected, then don't use commas.
Okay, teacher. It's not for who is in the first sentence is like complement. I don't know who is 20 or characteristic.
Characteristic, not character. Characteristic.
Characteristic.
Characteristic. But can you repeat? I didn't understand.
I know in who is 76 years old, sorry. This a characteristic for each subject? No. And they use for commas? No.
Interesting.
I don't know.
The characteristic of the subject and the use of comma. Like in this case, who is 76 years old, right? This is a characteristic or what?
Yes, or a description.
Yes, correct. The commas are used usually when you add a description, usually when you use the verb to be.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, teacher.
My father, who was a doctor, always took care of my health.
And it is with commas.
It is with commas.
Okay. Okay,
Oh,
teacher.
yeah.
Thanks.
Can you imagine an example? Talking about someone?
Mm, okay. For example, Cristóbal Colón is the man who discovered the new earth, the new place,
Yeah, the new world.
the new world. Yes.
¿No? How do you say que descubrió un nuevo continente?
I don't know how do you say continente.
Continent, similar to Spanish.
Cristóbal Colón is the man who discovered the new continent.
Ta-da. Yes. Very good. Okay, there you have it. Copy that example in the chat, Karen.
Yes, teacher.
Tell me, Jessie. Find an example. A famous person, or a person you admire, or someone on the TV. Are you there, Jessie?
Yes, teacher.
There you are.
What was the example? I was thinking. I have to think about that.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe, for example, I maybe Mark Zuckerberg is the founder who developed Facebook.
Nice. Good. Say your example again.
Mark Zuckerberg is the founder who developed Facebook.
Mark Zuckerberg is the what?
Is the I don't know how to say fundador, CEO.
Yeah, you are correct, founder, but
Founder.
it sounds strange. Founder is correct, but it sounds strange. It sounds strange to say, is the founder who developed Facebook?
Or maybe
What about he is the developer, or he is the
he is the developer who
whoa. Developer, not develop it. That doesn't exist.
developer
Yeah,
with
who is
R.
a person. With R,
Okay.
because like if you when you say teach, teacher, drive, driver, develop, developer,
Okay.
the ending R is for a person.
Mhm.
So complete.
So Zuckerberg is developer. Is the developer who developed Facebook.
Facebook.
Uh-huh.
You can, like, makes sense. Developer was good, but yes, it sounds duplicate. Why? Find another way, another characteristic of Mark Zuckerberg. You cannot use founder because you are not a founder when you develop something. So you are a founder after you make a company.
Yes.
Right? So before what was Mark Zuckerberg at the beginning?
What was? Is the man?
The man. Find another thing, another
Or,
characteristic.
is the developer, or
Find
maybe is
another.
the founder?
Is the what?
Is the founder?
But I repeat, yes, you pay attention. You
Okay.
cannot be a founder when you develop.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
So you cannot use developer.
Mm.
Fine. What about the Harvard student? You know?
But,
You can use Harvard student. You can use the young man
the young man.
because
I
he was
like
very young. He
it.
was like 21.
Oh my God.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. So you can use a lot of characteristics. But founder,
No, founder no.
uh-huh.
So maybe Mark Zuckerberg is the, but is in present, or maybe Mark Zuckerberg was the Harvard student
Okay, nice.
who developed it, Facebook.
Yes, that sounds
Okay.
much better.
Okay. Yes, you said right.
Perfect. Yeah, because in these type of examples, we normally stick to is the man, is the man, is the woman, is the woman. But let's explore other characteristics.
Yes, you're right. Mm-hmm.
Copy this example in the chat, yes, and now your turn.
Yes.
Selena Quintanilla,
Nice.
who was a singer, was murdered
Nice.
in 1995.
Good. Very nice example. Who was a singer was murdered in 1985. Good job. Copy that. Very, very nice. That's the reason I call these extenders, because literally we are expanding your sentences. Your sentences in this moment are person, verb, complement, connector. Person, verb, complement, connector. And we continue. But extensions can expand your ideas, and you can put more information in only one sentence. This is a correct application of commas. Not to stop the idea, to add information. Commas are used to add information, not to stop the idea in English. Make sense? Yes or no?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Cool. Cool. Well, the same happens with which. When you are using which, you can say Let's use the word with this. I want to buy a phone. Let's talk about a characteristic of this phone. The phone must take good video. No, must take video, good videos. Do you see that in this case we are talking about the phone in both ideas? Let's use the same format. I want to buy a phone. Then I am going to replace the phone in the second idea, and I'm going to say which must take the videos. Again, I am adding two verbs to the same subject. Again, this is a reference. And it's the same idea. Want a phone which... no, this is an extension. This is not person verb verb. In this case, the word which is giving more information about the object, the second person. Which is a reference to the object of the sentence. What is the object? The secondary person. What is the secondary person in this case?
The phone.
Oh yeah, very good. Because I am a principal person, phone is a secondary person. I am extending information about the phone. This is a little bit more confusing. So let's try to do an example. Combine these two ideas. Idea number one. I work in that yellow building. You can see the yellow building from here. Try to combine these two ideas. Who wants to try?
Me, teacher.
Action, girl.
I work in that yellow building, which you can see from here.
Good job. Very good job. Oh yeah. Questions?
teacher.
Everybody understood?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
All right. Before we leave, please watch these final examples. The connector that, or the extender that, can replace who and which. Except when they are used in, not with, parenthetical commas. The extender that can replace who and which. These examples. So in example number 2, you can say Lee Harry Oswald is the American man that killed John F. Kennedy. Do you agree?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Mao replace which in the example of the cell phone?
Okay. Which? I want to buy a phone that must take good videos.
Exactly. Easy as that.
Okay. Yes.
Jesse, replace which in the example of the building?
Which I work in that yellow
That's
building.
super incomplete. Okay. Which I work in that yellow building.
I work in
The
that
word.
yellow
Okay.
building that you can see from here.
Yes.
Okay.
That's much better. That was tricky. I didn't understand. But yes. So in the 3 cases, you can replace but when the extender is used in parenthetical commas, you cannot replace who and which. Let me give you an example with which. The Eiffel Tower, which is taller than the Latin American Tower, was decorated with yellow lights, with Christmas lights. In these 2 cases, you cannot replace who and which with that. But in the cases underneath, yes, you can. And these are extenders in a nutshell. Easy or difficult?
Easy.
A little easy.
I wanna see, eh? All right. Tomorrow we are going to practice extenders. We are going to complete some sentences, some exercises before your speaking and writing practice. And your evaluation is on Monday. This is going to be the final activity before the final topic before your exam. So anyway, fantastic job. Finished. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, teacher. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
See you.
You too, guys.
Bye.
See you later, my people. Bye-bye.